Personally, I have to say that this season has impacted me far greater than any others that I can remember previously. The only way I can describe my experiences over the past few weeks, it feels like every day it's like something is being thrown at me and there's a new challenge to face. And then as soon as you deal with one thing, another thing comes and another thing comes to the point where it just feels really overwhelming. I also realized as well that I was getting a lot of things that I thought that I had dealt with previously start to rise to the surface. So like a lot of shadow aspects were coming to the surface again. Things that have been brought to my attention are things like insecurities, things that I thought I dealt with, and now just like being really brought to my face and my attention. Other things, another one that's really been strong throughout this season is my stability. And it feels like my stability has been struck to the core. Um, the only way I can describe it is like to equate it to an earthquake where the floor is shaking and it just feels like at any moment it can give away. And I would say that literally feels like what I've been going through these last few weeks. And as much as I'm smiling right now, it I feel like the last few weeks every day I'm like virtually on the brink of tears. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because I realized that I was putting myself under a lot of pressure because I was saying to myself, like, oh, Verona, you've been on this journey for so long. You shouldn't be experiencing this, that. You should have been over some of these things by now. And so I was being overly critical of myself. And then one of the lessons that came out to me at that point is to really have grace and be gentle with myself and not to be so judgmental, because everything that I'm going through right now and what everyone else is experiencing in their own unique individual experiences are lessons to be learned for us to develop and grow. When we start to judge how we feel and judge those experiences, we end up missing out because then we're not really understanding fully what it is. So one of the main things that has come to me during this time is to observe the lesson, but to detach from the experience. It is just an experience. We don't have to own it. We don't have to embody it. It doesn't need to stay with us. It's just a temporary experience that will move on. And so what I've been shown is that the more that I identify with the particular situation, the more that I will get stuck in it. And this is not about getting stuck. It's just about allowing this energy to shift. So I share this video just to kind of be transparent, just to kind of show that it's not easy, that we all go through stuff. And I just hope some of the things that I've mentioned can be of assistance to other people. Also, if you found that you're feeling really exhausted, because that's a big thing that a lot of people are saying, and I know that I've noticed it myself, allow yourself to rest. We live in a society that puts so much emphasis on productivity and working and this kind of hustle culture and all of this stuff. But if you need to rest, it's okay. And, when we start that negative self-talk again, and, you're lazy, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, then we're once again taken away from this time of listening to ourselves, listening to our bodies. Our bodies are calling for us to rest. So we should do that. It's important. Every single thing in our lives at the moment are serving as a lesson. And so what I'm being shown is just to kind of observe the lesson, be grateful for those lessons, because the more we become grateful for the lesson, we're now changing, we're transmuting that energy rather than looking at this lesson as a punishment, and we're acknowledging it as a teaching instead. Then it can allow us to learn the lesson and move forward.